My name's Ed Penrod, and I'm from Murray County, and I live on a farm adjacent to the Duck River in the Unali Wildlife Management Area. I thank all the commissioners for allowing the silent majority of the deer hunters to have an input into these proposed hunting regulations. A Fish and Wildlife Commission meeting was held in Tullahoma on May the 13th, 2016, less than a year ago. At that time, the commission asked the agency to redefine antler bucks. The new definition is male deer with antlers above the hairline. This resulted in all antlered bucks counting towards the hunter's annual bag limit of 2 bucks. Under the old definition, an antlered buck had antlers 3 inches or more. This old definition allowed the hunter much more discretion in what he could shoot without affecting the bag limit. Many people were not even aware of the impact this new definition will have. In less than a few months, opposition to this regulation is statewide and growing. I would like to take just a few minutes to point out where some of these people are coming from. This is to add a little humor, but it's also to be realistic. My family farms approximately 400 acres in Murray and Hickman County. In my opinion, most of the people in the agricultural community in Unit L feel the deer herd should not be increased. Farmers are the area managers of the habitat and control access for harvesting the deer. Under the present regulation, the farmers and gardeners will get more damage and the hunter will get fewer deer. A study by Utah State University indicated 15 states gave farmers compensation for wildlife damage. TWRA does not have pockets deep enough for that. Now let me put on another hat of a sportsman. As you can tell, I hadn't rehearsed this a whole lot. I'm a sportsman, a deer hunter, and a trophy hunter who has more deer mounts on the wall than my wife likes. I realize our deer herds are important economically, recreationally, and must be managed biologically. As an updated deer species plan, this should be on the front burner. As a hunter, I've heard remarks from unsportsmanlike people who objected to youth hunters having the gun season opportunity to harvest deer before adults. If a child doesn't start hunting by the time he is 14, it's most likely they won't hunt, but they will watch TV 50 hours a week. As a hunter, I realize most of our citizens do not hunt. However, they look more favorably on subsistence hunting than trophy hunting. Yes, I love venison. It's free ranging, it's healthy, and it's without hormones. One of the most heartwarming stories I heard this season involved my son for several years who has harvested and processed a deer for a young girl who no longer could eat beef or pork, but the doctor allowed her to have venison.
1 minute remaining.
A thank you note from this child is more rewarding than a trophy rack on the wall. Now let me put on this one other hat. Try not to burn up too much time. This is a John Q. Public hat. A segment of our population that has limited contact with deer are people in vehicle collisions, DVCs. If you decrease the harvest and increase the deer population and other factors stay the same, the number of DVC would be expected to increase. 6 out of 7 members of my family have been involved in this type of accident, and God only knows how many near misses we've had. According to State Farm insurance data. DVC costs the public over $1 billion in property loss
Time's up.
and 200 fatalities annually in the United States. I urge this commission not to extend the hairline definition for even a year just to collect unnecessary data for an unwarranted regulation. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Penrod. Appreciate your presentation. Any other comments or questions?